Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters, and here's the final part of the sync pair overviews, kit reactions, whatever, for the month of January. We went over all the new sync pairs finally. Just go watch the previous 3 videos for those if you're interested. This video will cover just new upgrades like expanded grids, EX rolls, and Super Awakening passives. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover here. I'm going to unpin that. Cool. Okay. So I guess first we'll go ahead and look at Signasuit Grimsley, where he's got his grid. Well, we already have. Why am I saying we go over Signasuit Grimsley? He came out last month, or well, he comes out in 2 days. No, whatever. This is for the last month. He's got these good multipliers, whatever. I keep forgetting they did it like that. We're gonna look at End's fair tiles, I guess. He got Master Fairs now have 4 to 5 and 5 to 5 tiles. That means something. I already looked at End's. This is the only thing I actually looked at. These suck, dick, ass, balls. Trying to move sync countdown 1 does not matter that much. Does he even have like propulsion or anything? Like any form of other sync countdown? He's got adrenaline 1. Yippee. Okay. Good job, Ben. No. This is bad. Not at all worthwhile. It doesn't really do anything. You can combine this with another character that has -1 sync countdown and you get a whole cycle of sync acceleration. You know, sure, whatever. I mean, it's nice. Is it worth 5 out of 5? No. And these are also free tiles, though, at the very least, I guess. Well, free energy. You don't have to, spend energy to get them, which means you can actually just... I think that's actually one of the probably better things, is that you can now do this instead of having to do bullshit like this. I can kind of appreciate that. It helps out with grid placements and whatnot. Anyway, doesn't matter. He's got 4 to 5 here, Blue Flare, Recharging Strike. This is going to help Gauge. I can see good usage of that for Gauge, but it does not help his damage. And the big thing he gained was the EX roll. This gives him 346 special attack, plus 40 special attack. That's going to help him a lot. His nuke's already decent, and it's, is it AoE? No, it's single target. Well, it's now AoE because of the Striker EX roll, right? But he's got himself innate power play, wherever it is. Yeah, innate power play with the more stat debuffs are lowered, all that stuff, as well as having Devastation and Pecking Order. So he's got good multipliers, good sync nuke, far better offensive stat to work with. It's going to be AoE now. Does he have... No. He does not have unconditional crits or soften up 1, I think. So that does kind of suck, but that's okay. He'll be fine. I guess. Sure, man. Whatever. Either way, it's fine. The EX roll is definitely the best upgrade he got. These fair tiles don't really do too much for him. I think the Gauge could be good here on Blue Flare. That can probably help him get another Gauntlet solo or 2. I could definitely see that for sure. But other than that, these tiles did not do him justice. These are old characters you're upgrading. You should have just made them better. They could have given End another a DPS multiplier or something, or they could have given him rebuff or something like that. And granted, Fire Team doesn't really need a rebuff, so actually I'll take that one back. Could have given him better damage. Could have given him just a better nuke, frankly. Or they could have given him some actual just better utility other than Gauge recharge. Maybe give him healing, tick healing. Honestly, tick healing wouldn't have been terrible. Obviously most people probably wouldn't see too much usage in that, but I could definitely see it. I mean, I could definitely see some good usage in that, and most Legendary Arena players could too. You could definitely see some good usage of it in Ultimate battles where you don't have to focus on healing him every time. Whatever. Either way, it's fine. Fine enough. The EX roll is definitely his best upgrade though. Let's look at Lisia. Lisia and Altaria. So what did she gain for her grid expansion? This is a character that has a lot of problems. She actively is hindered by having Zone in play, which is trying to empower her nuke. But if there's a zone effect in play, her nuke is innate multiplier is not doing so hot. If we want to look, let's just look at her here because it's easier to visualize. Altaria, we look at her nuke here. She's literally just got double down, sync nodes, and this innate multiplier here. She can't run in Dragon Zone. She wants Dragon rebuff specifically, so Lance I guess is a buff. She doesn't have any DPS or whatever for Dragon until she Mega Evolves, which is Dragon Pulse, which is not that great. It's got some multipliers, Harry, Wide Open, and HP trade-off, but they're not really that great. You need evasion debuffs, which you can't do that well. The Fog is... Come on. The Fog is not that great at debuffing evasion. Even with the extra stuff here, it's not that fantastic. And you need HP trade-off, which isn't a great multiplier either, and Harry requires enemies to be flinching, which for one she can't even do once she Mega Evolves after her Twister's gone, and 2, it lasts for half a second. So let's hope they did something to fix this. She also has horrible self-sufficiency. She literally just raises defense and special attack by 1. Well, defense by 3, special attack by 1. I don't think she has any crit buffs. It's just having crit buffs. Okay. What's she got? She got plus 20 special attack, plus 5, plus 40 HP. Yeah, it's about right. She does have good offensive stats, so the extra stuff there helping out is cool. Sharp Entry 2, buffing her crit by 2. Why? Why? Why 2? She wants 3. She kind of wants plus 3, man. Okay, sure. Brain Sing, damn, that helps. That helps a lot. Sterner stuff 2. Spotlight next, damage guard next. Ooh, okay. So this helps her out with her tanking ability because she has a fun like little utility of where she can have herself be the target and you know all that cool stuff like that. That's neat. And Defog being able to get rid of stuff in like the Champion Stadium, whatever, you know, the screens. This helps with that, you know, giving her actual damage guard. Sterner stuff 2 gives her more physical damage reduction because she can already buff her defense. Brain Sync's nice. That's definitely going to help with her actual, you know, nuke, especially because again you're probably not gonna be able to run her in zone. You're gonna probably want to run her under literally Arc Suit Lance as her missed form of enhancement. Sharp Entry 2 sucks. She just doesn't have any other buffing method of buffing crit, man. Why? She had soften up 1 or something, it wouldn't be that bad, but man, plus 2 crit only. They really should just given her Sharp Entry 3 and called it a day. Either way, whatever. This isn't a bad expansion. It helps her. It's just that she was already, you know, really gimmicky, so that sucks, but hey, either way, it helps her excel in the role that she can do quite a bit better, and it gives her an actual nuke. We're appreciative. It's gonna be good in legendary arenas. Anyway, those are the grid expansions, and I guess the new EX rolls as well, because we already went over, I guess I didn't go over them because I didn't record that video. I'm not gonna go over them still, either way. Good, fine. That's what we're gonna call that. Okay, yeah, we went over the EX rolls, and we went over the new sync pair information. I guess it's time for the Super Awakenings, which there is, I think, a list of Super Awakening passives somewhere in here. Super Awakening, but these are all of the Super Awakening passives, I guess. Oh no, these are actually in order of date. Okay, I'll take an order of date. That works for me. Let's see what we've got here. So, first one, Arven and Mabosstiff, bursting with energy, powering up moves of all allies. Moves and sync moves of all allies when the target's restrained. I'm going to guess it's a 20% multiplier. Lowers defense by 1 when the attack move is successful. Helps him with that. That's good. Helps him power up allies. That's not bad. And lowering defense when the attack move is successful. That gives you better defensive debuffing ability, which I think Arven's already decent at, isn't he? Like, come on, stop. Arven, he can already debuff defense, can't he? Doesn't this do it? No, this. Oh, sorry, no, he can buff his offensive stats. He doesn't actually debuff defense, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That helps with the physical enhancement for sure, for allies damage, and also he just gives good general enhancement at 20. I'm gonna guess it's 20%. It could be 30%, but I'm gonna guess it's 20%. I don't have the numbers available, and I forget. I have no idea where people get that pace bin from, so not even gonna bother trying to find it. But 20%, not bad. And also, again, being able to debuff defenses helps out with team physical attackers and doing more damage. Larian to Dunsparce, exceptional everyman. Turning field of play in a normal zone the first time this user enters a battle. Turns field of play in a normal zone on the sync move. Extends duration of normal zone on the field. This is how you do a character who you give a zone setting to. Normal zone and entry still doesn't really do too much for him. It really doesn't. But you are setting it on sync, and you're extending it. And it's actually going to be up for your sync move if you go for his sync move first. This is good. Especially on top of the fact that he gives normal rebuff. So any normal type attackers are going to be appreciating this for the most part, because Palmer already also does set normal zone. I don't think he extends it. Actually, no, didn't he get extension? I actually don't know. I don't remember. Did Norman get... Not Norman. Nolan. No. Palmer. There we go. I named too many characters. Did Palmer get normal zone extension? Where the hell is Palmer? I have to do... There we go. Yeah, he did get normal zone extension. So we're double dipping here in the extension. That's still good. I mean, that's still going to be quite a duo there. They're going to have a lot of normal zone upkeep. So definitely not bad. I like it. Recon Clodsire powers up moves of all allies when targeting poison that is badly poisoned. Raises user's defenses by 2 the first time it enters a battle. Restores 1 MP for the user the first time its sync move is used each battle. Oh, that's strong. Oh, people, you can't stop trying to call her mid now. You can't. Oh yeah, right. Forgot. That's good. Yeah, Rika. So now she's got 2 uses of Ground Zone and 2 more instances of Physical and Special Moves next buff and 2 more instances of Accuracy debuffs. Well, I guess 1 more instance. Sorry, 1 instance more. 2 instances total. Okay, my bad. Either way, and also on top of that, she's giving the team more gauge acceleration and offensive buffs and defensive buffs. Yeah, Rika, cook, queen, cook. And she's also giving allies direct power-ups. Yeah, okay, good buff. We take these, Rika, we take these. Jacques and Farigiraf, I love that these are in order of region. For the most part. No, they literally, no. Okay, they aren't, never mind. They're in order of, not even release date. What the hell? Whatever. Jacques and Farigiraf, reduces sync countdown by 1 the first time user enters a battle, raises all stats by 1 when he enters a battle, and reduces sync countdown by 1 the first time the user's sync move is used each battle. Okay, that's fine. I don't think it's great. It's not a great buff, but getting those stats on entry just kind of helps to getting that first usage of the buddy move, or, you know, having Rising Tide activated or whatever. It really helps out with that stuff. It makes it go by. It makes the first one faster, so I can see good usage in, you know, what is effectively the like Team Gimme 5, or I guess Team Gimme 7, or it's just Gimme 7 because it's not for the team. But still cool. I don't know, Belly Bolt, Supercharged Streamer. More of the user's special attack is raised, more powers up its sync move, protects all allies from crits, increases special moves next by 1 when hit by an attack move. Isn't that just a passive she already has? So doesn't this just make her faster or more effective at basically using her buddy move? Where the fuck is Iono? Yeah, Area Impulse, Brain Gain. She's got Team, giving the team +1 special moves next when being hit. Yeah, I mean, she just has a lot of special moves next buffs, so this is just even more for her, giving her more time to use her buddy move, which gives, you know, power, flinch, paralysis, you know, all that good stuff. And also having an extra note of brain power, so she's literally got 200% in total multipliers and like a 400 base power sync move or something. Yeah, literally. Just not base power sync move, but after the EX, not the EX, the Super Awakening, she's literally going to have like 450, 460 special attack, and she's got 200% multipliers. That's nuts. That's fucking stupid, but that's really funny. Because it says the more the user's special attack is raised, so it's brain power. That's funny. Raihan and Duraludon, okay. Causing Sandstorm, the first time the user's Pokemon uses a move each battle. Extends duration of Sand, increasing the user's special moves next by 2 when an ally activates a weather condition. Raihan oh, buddy. Not you. Sorry. Okay. I'll just... We'll do it this way. Information. So Raihan. Raihan wants to run with Raihan now, because the fact that he gives himself... Where the fuck did he go? The fact he gives himself +2 special moves next when an ally activates a weather condition means he wants to be run with himself, because this guy is able to set Sandstorm whenever he is attacked. Or, well, whenever it causes a Sandstorm whenever the user is hit by an attack move. So every time he gets hit, he's giving, effectively, the other Raihan +2 special moves next, on top of the enhancement he can already do. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And, of course, you can also run this with any other, like, setter of Sand that does it a lot, which mostly is him, because Flygon also does it a lot, so... Yeah, that's pretty good. It doesn't give him any other multipliers, but the fact he can set Sand and extend it, and also the fact that he gives himself special moves next, that's pretty nice. His gauge isn't too great still, but that's okay. We can work around a lot of his issues just from the fact that he's getting himself a lot more power. A lot more bang for your buck, I guess you could say. Signusuit Leon and Eternatus, Eternal Champion. When the user's max move attacks an opponent, target becomes all opposing sync pairs. So he's got AoE Eterna Beam. Power Knot lowered if there are multiple targets. Increases special moves next by 3 after using the max move. Increases sync move next by 5 after using the max move. Okay, so you can chain that very well into a strong Eterna Beam, or like a Dynamax Cannon. Which, of course, if he's Super Awakened, he's going to have better stats than this. He's going to have like 450 something, maybe special attack. No, it's a little bit less than that, but still, you know, good stats all across the board. The power of his Dynamax Cannon and Sync move is going to be powered up. His Sync move is going to have Inertia as a multiplier. Does he have any others? No, he doesn't. So Sync move is not like great in terms of power, but the +5 Sync move up next is going to make it stronger. The max move power is going to be nice, and it's AoE. The next Dynamax Cannon is going to be hitting with +3 special moves next on it. That's not a bad buff either. These actually have not been, like, terrible buffs. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say all of them are worth, you know, investing what is basically 5 candies into the character at least. But I will say that, like, if you do have the buff, it is going to significantly make the character look a lot better. I do like that. Okay, cool. Gloria Dojo, reducing sync countdown by 1 after using the max move, increases physical moves next by 3 after using the max move, lowers opponent type rebuff by 1 when the max move targeting that opponent is successful, and type rebuff lowered is the same as the max move type used. And of course, she's got 3 different types that she can actually, you know, hit for. Wrong Gloria. She's got water, steel, and fighting here, so she can lower fighting, steel, or water rebuff. That's good utility, man. It's pretty good utility. And the physical moves next, I think, is, yeah, the physical moves next is probably, at least to me, kind of just like an extra bonus on top of that. That rebuff is the big thing, but that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. And also reducing sync countdown by 1's nice, because, you know, you don't mess with your sync countdown after using the max move, all that stuff. That's good, right? It's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we appreciate that. That's cool. Gloria and Zacian, Fairy King's Sword. Fairy King's Sword. That's a cool-ass name. Reduces sync countdown by 1 on entry. Crits lane more easily when attacking with a sync move. Increasing physical moves next by 3 when its trainer uses a move. Gloria and Zacian has, I think, Sync Burst. So she does have, you know, or Trainer Sync Redemption, something like that. So she does have valid reason to, like, use her trainer moves. I can see good usage in it, I guess. Easier crits are nice on the Sync move. I mean, her nuke's, like, not horrible. It could be, especially if you have this activated, it's definitely not bad. And the physical moves next by +3 when either the trainer uses the move. There's already decent reason to, like, use her trainer move for, you know, the sync move up next, or the I guess crit next. That doesn't really matter anymore, but the sync countdown, that's decent, right? But then on top of it, you're also getting +3 physical moves next. It's like a booster energy from Nemona or Iono, right? That's not bad. I really don't think that's bad. Okay. Argenta and Skarmory. The Hall Matron's Trial. That line's appearing a lot more defined on my recording. Whatever. Applies gauge acceleration to the outfield to play after using the user's sync move. Restores HP velocity by 40% of their maximum after using the max move. Raises defenses by 1 when the Pokemon uses a status move? Does Argenta actually even buff her defenses? I forget. Hold on. Argenta. Does she buff her defenses at all? I thought she buffed her yeah, she buffs her defense. But she's now able to buff her special defense and heal HP for the allies by 40%? Look, okay, I don't think, like, Argenta is going to be made the next best character or whatever for, like, a team, just because she's mostly acting as, like, a general support, less than any, like, dedicated support. For physical characters specifically, I guess. But... and she's probably still not going to be, like, replacing Arceus Steven. I can say without a doubt, she's never going to replace Arceus Steven. But I think this does give her a lot better usage. That HP restoration is nice, especially because it's for the whole team. The defensive utility for herself is nice, and that gauge acceleration is pretty decent too. Very big appreciation for this stuff. This is not bad. Darling Ludicolo powers up the user's max move when a special attack is raised. This is probably a 30% multiplier if I were to guess. It makes the weather rainy the first time Sync moves used each battle. Turns display to play in a grassy terrain the first time Sync moves used each battle. Yeah, just kind of further reinforcing that. This gives... the rain is nice. The rain's definitely good. It gives her 2 instances of it. Same with grassy terrain, right? Depending on which one you want to use. And that extra buff for her max move damage is pretty appreciated too. Just makes it better to run her with other grassy terrain or water zone rain characters, and just gives her extra strength as well. She definitely probably appreciates those stat buffs a ton. Those stat buffs are nice. Greta and Breloom, let's look. Powers on the moves of all allies. Also, I love how they got all the battle facility foes here right in one. Anyway, Greta and Breloom powers up moves of all allies when attacking a target that is asleep, reducing damage. Hold on. Reduces attack move damage taken by allies when the terrain is grassy terrain. I thought this was gonna say whenever the enemy is asleep, and I'm like, they are fucking asleep. How are they attacking anyway? But no, thank God. Turns the field to play in a grassy terrain the first time the user's trainer uses a move each battle. That's good. These are good effects. Yes, Greta. One of Greta's biggest issues is the fact that she, not biggest issues, but it's one of her issues is that she can't, like, reliably set grassy terrain. Well, now she can, or a lot, very reliably set Grassy Terrain, I guess. But this helps that. It really does. And also the fact that she can apply probably what is 20% support to ally damage when attacking enemies that are asleep is helpful, because of course, you know, sleep is one of her biggest gimmicks. And reducing damage taken in Grassy Terrain is nice, because then you're also tick healing in Grassy Terrain as well, as long as you're a grass type character, which you should be, right? Okay. Good effects. These are good effects. Good healing, good damage reduction, good power up. An extra setting of Grassy Terrain. Love that. Annabelle and Snorlax, elite member of the International Police. Reducing sync countdown by 3 after using the max move. Reduces attack move damage taken. My brain stopped. When effects that only apply to the outfield to play are in effect. Man, Annabelle's got a lot of damage reduction abilities already. So the fact that she just fucks with this so much, that's funny. Extra, Agnias is 20% damage reduction, which is great. 20% just damage reduction on top of the fact she already sets like Reflect, right, and like crit defense or whatever else. She's got all those shields and all of that. And also reducing sync countdown by 3, giving her some sync utility. Solid, very solid. Signa Suit Lana and Tapu Lele, Scales of Life. Now we're into the Signa Suits, except for Alder. Kind of ruined it. And Dawn's up here. And Lena's down here. Never mind, I lied. Reducing sync countdown by 1 the first time it enters each battle. Enters the battle each battle. And powers up user sync move when in Psychic Terrain and protects the user against crits when in Psychic Terrain. Crit protection's nice. Sync countdown's pretty decent. I mean, -1 doesn't really matter too much, but it's there, especially because she already has the Sprinty X roll as well. And the power up of the sync move when in Psychic Terrain is good. I'm going to guess it's a 50% multiplier, and that's kind of what she was... I'd say she needed it, or like not needed it necessarily, because you could give her other abilities to make up for it, but it's a good help for her, because her offensive stat is super low. So the fact that she got the stat buffs from Super Awakening and the move power-ups and all of that it really helps. And also the fact that she's got a good nuke, you know, Brain Power and Haymaker here, and now an extra multiplier on top of it, pretty much unconditionally, because she is so damn good at setting Psychic Terrain, has no limitations attached to it, basically. That's helpful. That's very helpful. Very, very nice. Okay. Signa Suit Giovanni and Nidoking getting Mysterious Gym Leader's true identity. That's cool. That's a cool title. Reducing user sync countdown by 1 the first time it enters a battle each battle. Reducing sync countdown by 1 when a single move is used each battle. Turns the field to play in a ground zone after using Max Quake. Hey, more ground zone setting. It's going to be good with a lot of other ground characters. Sure, it works. I'm not going to say it's like amazing effects, but hey, we'll take it. Ground zone. Extra ground zone for himself. I could see good, very, very good usage in that. Signa Suit Silver and Sneasel, reducing sync countdown by 2 the first time the sync move is used each battle, increasing physical moves next by 1 when the trainer uses a move, reduces enemy defense by 1 when the user's attack move against it hits. If it's multi-effect, it has, you know, those guaranteed effects. That kind of just mitigates the entire need of, or I guess desire, I hate that I can't find these characters half the time, of Punishing Strike. That gives, that is just, it. You don't need to run it. You can run other things in the grid. I think that's pretty damn good. Being able to like mitigate the fact that you need a certain ability in the grid, or heavily desire some sort of ability in the grid. I think that now he doesn't really need it. That's helpful. That's nice. You can just go pick up other things. And the sync countdown, I mean, he's already pretty sync, he's already focused, so no complaints there. And the physical moves next by 1 when the trainer uses a move. I think that's decent. I think it's Silver's whole like kit kind of boils down to like trying to buff his crit on using his buddy move, so you can't really capitalize on its power. So sadly, those physical moves next aren't going to work too well for it. But I mean, it's fine enough. I don't think it's that crazy of an upgrade, but the defensive debuffs are nice, just unconditionally. Alder and Volcarona setting Bug Zone when on entry, extends duration of Bug Zone, and quickly charges gauge in Bug Zone. Meh. I think that could be good. No, it's on entry. It's not that great. I'm sorry, it's just not. I guess with like Bugsy, it could be decent or whatever. You know, Holiday Bugsy or like Holiday Fuel or someone like that. Someone else who can actually have Bug Zone, obviously, but I just don't see too much effect in him having to have having Bug Zone up on entry, just because it doesn't do too much. The gauge acceleration is nice, I guess. That's the effect it has, but other than that, I don't think so. Signa Suit Wall and Gardevoir, powering up moves when target's confused. He has dazzling or disarming voice. Fucking whoop diddly. Powers up moves of all allies when the zone is Fairy Zone. 20% multiplier for all allies. Yeah, still he's solidifying himself as Signa Suit Gladion's best partner. Starts field of play into Fairy Zone on entry. He's got extension, I guess, so it's cool. That's cool to have, but I still don't see. I never see a lot of big usage in entry field effects because you're most likely gonna use a support EX first and not do too much damage, and or by the time you sync the first time or even the second time, you're gonna have the zone set up by like a usage of a move or something like that. So I don't think these entry effects have too much usage, which is why I'm not too big on Alders. The only character that I was like cool with them having like an entry field effect this update was, who was it? Poppy, I think. I was cool with Poppy having that field effect on entry because, again, she extends it and she also applies free moves next to herself from that. So I think that had just a little bit better application. Not really so much here. Alder has Sync Acceleration's nice, but I mean, I just don't think this does too much for Wally. The power-up, though, is cool. The power-up for the all allies moves is good. That's very good, even. That's, like, easily his best effect. More power for Gladion. Okay. May Anniversary and Latias, reducing sync countdown by 2 on entry, extending duration of Psychic Terrain, increasing special moves next to all allies by 1 when you use a Psychic Wish. That's good. That plays into her supportive ability quite a bit more. It also, of course, extends Psychic Terrain. She already just has Field as well, so it's extending it even more. And the sync countdown, again, you can run her with like Lear, who has a lot of sync countdown, or Sigma Suit Steven, if you run with the speed form, has a lot of sync countdown. There's a decent few characters for the psychic typing that have good sync countdown that May can partner up with and work around that very, very well. So this is good. Yeah, this is a pretty decent Super Awakening for sure. I do appreciate that special moves next buff whenever using Psychic Wish as well, because it's supportive. And there's a lot of strong psychic types, right? Okay. Selene and Nihilego, Ultra Encounter. Reducing sync countdown by 1 the first time its sync move is used each battle. Restores MP for the user's trainer the first time its sync move is used each battle. Applies a special circle to the ally field to play the first time the user enters a battle each battle. Hold on. Yep. Amazing buff. Amazing buff. That's amazing. That's actually fantastic. Yes. More usage of the circle means less bullshit with this Needle Meteor Beam because of the fact that it won't actually need charge up whenever it's in the circle. Yeah. Alright. Just because of literally the fact that he gave her Sync Burst already made this a good Super Awakening. I'm cool with it. I'm very cool with this. Alright. Sigma Suit Dawn. Applies damage guard next effect to the user the first time it enters a battle each battle. Increases physical moves up next and special moves next of all allies by 1 the trainer uses a move. Increases physical moves next and special moves next of all allies by 2 when the user's trainer... What the hell? There's so many effects here, Jesus. Increases physical and special moves next of all allies by 2 when the first time the user's HP drops to half or below each battle. So it's giving good support. It's giving her damage guard on entry. And the physical and special moves next is good just for having the trainer use a move. She's got special moves next in her grid as I think doesn't she have special moves next in the grid after the Fair Tiles? I think she's psychic, not fairy. Smart Command. Yeah, she's got trainer move, Smart Command, and she gives special moves next in 8 with the Team Brainstorm. So she's got a ton of special moves next, as well as now a little bit of physical moves next to be able to apply to the team. Yeah. Okay. Cool, we take that. That's pretty good supportive ability for the offenses, and giving her more damage guard just makes her, tankier, right? So that's cool. Classic Elisa. Please, something. Powers up moves of all allies. Wait, no, sorry. I was looking at fucking hows. Like, what? Powers up user's max move when the target's paralyzed. Powers up moves of all allies when the field's electric terrain. Extends duration of electric terrain. When this field play is turned into electric terrain while she's on the field. Okay, I can mess with that. That's cool. That's not bad for me. Support. For one, support. I take support. I like support pretty much unconditionally. It's always going to be good and useful, because if the character you're using isn't good, it's going to buff your allies, and that's good. Which she's good anyway, so not really the point, but still. I think this should have been a sync move power-up, because it would have given her a minor sync power-up, but it also would have just, increased ally sync power as well. Extending duration of electric terrain, that's good for running her with like Signature Emmett or something in electric Unova compositions, right, where Emmett can actually apply the Unova Circle, his own electric terrain. Elisa's applying extra buffs to that Unova Circle because she's Unova, and also applying her own electric terrain, all that good stuff, right? I mean, all those effects, yeah, that's nice to have. And also powering up the max move when enemies are paralyzed. I'm gonna guess it's like a 20 to 30% multiplier. It's decent power. Sure, we'll take it. I'll take it, man. It's not bad. Signature How on Tapu Koko powers up the moves of all allies. All its sync pairs when the zone is Fairy Zone. Turns field of play into electric terrain. The first time the user uses Fairy Wish each battle, extends duration of Fairy Zone when the zone turns into Fairy Zone while users on the field. So he's giving support. He doubles his power of his buddy move whenever in Fairy Zone, so he's going to be maintaining that for longer. And he's also able to set electric terrain on using that Fairy Zone, so you can better play around when you actually want to use a sync move for that that electric terrain extension, right? Well, infinite set of electric terrain, I guess. Like you can use your allies electric, your allies sync move, and then you can use your other allies sync move, and then you can use How's, and you can play around that better because you'll still have electric terrain up because of all these abilities. So that's not bad. I appreciate that and like that. It's cool. Signature Steven and Deoxys, Steadfast Sudden Mutation. Okay. Reducing sync countdown by 1 on entry, applying endurance when the user's HP is full on entry, lowers target special defense by 1 when the attack move is successful. The special defense debuffs are nice. That's going to help his damage. The endurance and the sync countdown, the endurance is decent, I guess. I could see good usage of that for the attack form because of how frail it is, and also the sync move countdown reduction on entry. That could be good for the speed form or just decent general application if you got like some other sync accelerating characters. Cool. Not really going to complain. Lear and Hoopa, King Who Treasures Bonds, reducing sync countdown by 1 at entry, powers up moves when none of the target stats are raised, powers up moves of all allies when attacking a target has no raised stats. He's double dipping in the form of buffing moves because he buffs his own moves twice here. I'm going to guess these are 20% multipliers, so he's effectively giving himself 40% total damage on his own hyperspace hole for attacking enemies that have no stat buffs, which, again, he does easily, right? And that sync countdown -1 on entry is good because he's also got Head Start 1. Right. I'm guessing a lot of these abilities are about 20 to 30% in terms of power, just because I can't fucking see it. So yeah, -3 sync countdown on entry is nice, just for free, and also that extra power up that is not only supporting him but himself, or his, not supporting him but himself. Okay, not supporting just him but his allies as well, and overall is just really giving him a lot of power too. Good lord, imagine this guy with Signisuit Lear. Don't have to imagine, I'm sure someone's already combined that. Okay, Apollo and Lycanroc, Conquering Evil. Powers up moves of all allies during a sandstorm, turns the field of play into Rock Zone after using max Rockfall, increasing physical moves next by 1 when the user's Pokemon uses a move with a quick moves effect tag. Doesn't Paolo already do that? So is he getting more physical moves next, or is he just, or am I not understanding how it works? He's got Defense Destroyer here. He does sync countdown on the quick move, and yeah, he does physical moves up next on the quick move as well. So he's getting more power ups, which could be good for Stone Edge. Stone Edge isn't like the craziest strength move anyway, but with Surging Sand and all those other multipliers, it's decent. And again, also being able to buff physical moves next, it's good. And the Rock Zone's nice if you're gonna especially pair him up with another Rock Zone setter like Diantha or Elio, those two big ones, right? Empowering up all allies during a sandstorm. I could see really good application of this guy in shorter battles with Signisuit Silver, because Silver wants that Rock Zone. You can get a very short burst of Rock Zone with Paolo and Silver, and because they're both like sync accelerating characters, you can make a lot of good usage out of that and make it work pretty well. It's not bad, honestly. It's not terrible, I wouldn't say. At least this part at the very least is good and effective. Signisuit, Roxy and Toxtricity. Reducing sync countdown by 2 after using the max move, turning field of play in a poison zone when the user uses electric terrain. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. That's really strong, applying poison zone when using electric terrain. So, you're getting... she gets direct power buffs in electric terrain and other things like that, and so now she's actually able to set the poison zone, which is directly enhancing her attack move damage. That was one of the biggest problems, in my opinion, with her, is the fact that, like, she sets electric terrain and Pierce sets poison zone, but they want the inverse, even though they kind of want both, but they really want the inverse, right? Well, she just negates that. I think, doesn't Pierce do the same? Or doesn't Pierce do something similar as well with his Super Awakening? I forget. It's been a while, clearly. No, Pierce doesn't even do any of that. Okay, sure. Either way, whatever. It just makes Roxy better at it. Yeah, so now she's able to actually set her own poison zone, be self-sufficient in it, and just destroy the enemy because she's got effectively both of her terrains activated simultaneously. That's great. Signisuit Hilda and Victini, fighting Spirit of Victory, making weather sunny when the sync move is used. and applying endurance when HP is full, and lowers enemy defenses by 1 when their attack was successful. It's going to be enhancing her damage. It's going to apply endurance to herself for taking attacks. And also that weather could be good for, partnering up with like Neo Champion Leaf or Sigma Suit Morty, to where you might not have to, make as much utilization of their other sun abilities, because Hilda can help out with it. Though, if you're running into composition with both of them, negates a lot of these abilities because, well, she doesn't need the defensive debuffs because Leaf can do them, and she doesn't need the stun because both Morty and Leaf can do it. But if you're running her in like lesser comps, or like you're trying to be more diverse in your teams with her, well, now this just makes her quite a bit better for doing all the things that she kind of wants to have, defensive debuffing and being able to set stun. So that's not too bad. Okay, and that's the last one. So Super Awakening is done for all old characters. Finally, good lord, way too many passives to read. Not really comprehending any of it right now. My brain, gone. Okay, not that it was there to begin with, as I'm sure most people have been able to attest to. Whose expansion is the best? I ain't gonna say it's the best, but it really popped out to me. Selene's is nuts. I love Sync Burst. They gave her Sync Burst. Oh, sorry, not Sync Burst. Trainer Sync Redemption, even though she didn't. It's basically the same thing for her because she doesn't have any limited move options anyway. I don't think. Does she? No, she's got Acid, right? Yeah, Acid. So either way, she got an extra set of this little special circle, and she sets out an entry. Only thing that would be better than this is if she extended it. Oh, yes, Selene, good job. Good job. Clap it up for Selene, everybody. She got that buff. Yes, you're going on the thumbnail now. We will take it. Very, very good stuff. All right. That's all I got to say. These upgrades are pretty good. This is probably I want to say it's the best batch of Super Awakenings, just because I think it helped. I think a lot of characters got what was a good buff to them. Like, I really do like Lear's extra power up here as well. Like, these, I like all of this. This is pretty good. Yeah, we'll take it. All right. Very, very nice. Very, very solid. Yeah, okay. I'll see you later. I hope y'all enjoyed. January's coming up soon. Christmas is coming up soon. New Year's is coming up soon. Y'all have a great rest of your season. Great rest of the year. Here it is. We got all this good stuff. We'll take it. I'll see you later. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.